Just when you thought that planes were going to be the most outrageous addition of Fortnite, Epic Games said, hold up, watch this. The new addition is the Infinity Blade. There's only one per match, and it's located at Polar Peaks. I know that everyone's first impression of the Infinity Blade is that it's broken and has no counterplay. Yes, it's very strong, but watch this video and I'll show you how to abuse it and how to counter it. The first player to pull the Infinity Blade from the stone is instantly healed to full shields and health. As long as the sword is equipped, no other items or weapons can be picked up. It's just you, your sword, and your materials. But that's kind of all you really need. The Infinity Blade transforms you into a monster that has never been seen before in Fortnite. You gain 200 health and 200 shield, passive regen, and 50 health on kill. You also run around like a maniac with the 30% movement speed bonus. Now let's get into what the Infinity Blade actually does. When you have it, you could build, swing it with left click, and perform a devastating leap attack with right click. The left click is a sweeping sword slash that hits everything in front of you. Any building or destructible object standing in this arc is destroyed, and players will take 75 damage. Destroying objects that are harvestable will give you all the materials. You'll get max mats with ease. It also appears that the second swing is faster if you chain it with the first swing. Even though you could chain 2 hits quickly, I don't recommend doing it. You're much slower and you're vulnerable to getting shot because you're stuck in animation. Instead, you need to use your right click all the time. The right click is the most broken aspect of the Infinity Blade. You'll launch yourself into the air based on your crosshair. If you aim up, you'll go a lot higher. When you're in the air, you'll also destroy everything that touches your character model. Fall damage is ignored, and you'll deal 25 damage to all players around you and bounce them up from the ground when you land. The bounce is crucial. When your enemies get knocked up, they can't build and are stuck in place. That means that you can set up your slow swinging left click when you land your right click. There are a few tips and tricks that you need to use to get the best results with the Infinity Blade. I'm going to break down each trick into easy to follow steps. The first trick is to spam your right click. When you're leaping, you break every single building and make yourself a much more difficult target to hit. Use it to go straight up in the air, use it to go 5 meters in front of you, just spam the living daylight out of it. Your goal is to land the knockup and combo with the left click. The second trick is to find a plane and third party every fight. If the enemies are build fighting in the sky, don't be rude, go say hi. Break every structure you can get your hands on and cause as much chaos as possible because you don't have to worry about fall damage. Once you have to fight someone head to head, don't forget to spam your right click. The third trick is to pick your fights. You have god level mobility that can be used to engage as well as disengage. If all eyes are on you during a fight, then don't just charge in or else you're dead. Jump out and wait for your chance to clean up. You only really have an advantage as a third party and in 1v1s. Countering the Infinity Blade is possible, especially against players that aren't that good with it. The left click is sluggish and works just like an explosive. All you have to do to stop the damage is to build a single wall and you're protected. So if someone is swinging the Infinity Blade in front of you, build a wall, pre-aim with your shotgun, and as your wall is broken, land a nasty headshot and build again. You will never lose to a player that's just spamming left click if you build, shoot, and build. Countering the right click is a bit more tricky, but still doable. Since the damage and knockup only apply when the player lands on the floor, you could avoid it by positioning off the ground. Just a single ramp will do. When that player lands, your builds will break, and you have a small window to get a shot off. If a player is spam right-clicking, then you have to misdirect them. Constantly switch directions and wait for the player to overjump and use that time to deal damage. The most important thing to do when countering the Infinity Blade is to fight back. Why would you rely on building if your buildings are broken in a single swing? Your goal is to build the bare minimum to prevent taking damage, then start dishing it out. Use the Infinity Blade in duos and squads to get the best results. Get in there and cause chaos. Create space for your teammates to laser everyone out. Love it or hate it, the Infinity Blade is here to stay. That's why you're one step ahead of everyone else because you know exactly what it does, how to maximize it, and how to counter it. As long as you use every single tip that I suggested in this video, you will be fine. So get into your next game and get the dub. Thanks for watching. This has been Tim with Pro Guides. If you liked this video, please like and share it, and let us know in the comments what you think about the sword.